Hey, you all better vote.
Yeah.
I brought the dog to the voting booth. We made her sit outside.
Oh, good for you.
Well, you know, I got to vote. I know, but I had to vote. All right, where am I going? All my girls are all here eating. What do you guys eat now? Waffles? Who doesn't like waffles? If you don't like waffles, I don't know if I want to be your friend. I'll still be your friend. And if you got waffles, there's only one thing to put on them. Cary in Maine, barrel-aged maple syrup.
Yes.
The wonderful Taylor is back.
I'm back.
And I will tell you this, out of all the things that I have in my tasty show, and I probably have hundreds of items, this is easily top 3. Easily.
I love that. We're honored.
It is. Now, you all know, I grew up, I taught skiing. I was a Vermonter. My brother has a house up there. My dad was a ski patrolman. We would pass sugar houses all the time. And back in those days, it's when they actually had the buckets, the sap buckets. Do you know how many gallons of sap it takes to make 1 gallon of maple syrup? 40. That's a 40-to-1 ratio. And all they do to it is they reduce it. It's a single ingredient.
That's right. Single source.
Sap from the maple tree. It's a single source ingredient. Shelf stable, never has to go in the refrigerator. Like honey, coconut oil, you know, those wonderful things that we love. But this maple syrup goes an extra step. Uses the best of the technology up in St. Johnsbury.
Yes.
Our buddy David, who I love.
Yeah, shout
our
out
friend.
to you, David.
David's the best. He's the guy that puts this together for us. He takes an extra step and he takes their already reduced amazing product and he puts it in rum barrels to age for a little bit.
That's right.
And what happens is a miracle of technology or science or nature, whatever it is. The syrup actually gets a very subtle hint of that butter rum flavor.
Oh, yeah.
I use it. I'm doing a video tomorrow and I'm making pumpkin cheesecake. One of the ingredients is Cary in Maine maple syrup.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That makes me so
I put it on my
happy.
sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving. Of course, it's great on pancakes and French toast and waffles. It is liquid gold.
Liquid gold.
I can't say enough about it. Now, we are doing 2 jumbo bottles. These are huge. These are almost 17 ounce each. That's 34 ounces of syrup. You're getting 2 of these for $49.95, which is a steal. But we are finally doing a 4-pack.
Boom.
So you can give it as gifts. And let me tell you, there is no other maple syrup on the market that I will take out of a shot glass and I will drink.
The truth, though. It really is.
There is.
There's nothing like it in the world.
It's thick. And remember, it doesn't have any preservatives. It's not like, and don't go to the store and buy pancake syrup.
Please
If
don't.
it doesn't say maple, it's corn syrup with flavoring.
This has
Real deal.
This has bougified my life when it comes to maple syrup.
It's one of my favorite things to present.
No more pancake
I
syrup.
love it.
Now, let's talk about, this is low glycemic. So if you're worried about sugars, there's no hard crash at the end. Single source, like I said. Now, it's important to mention that when you go to a grocery store and you see it'll say pure maple syrup, sure, it might be pure maple syrup, but what they do is they come from a few different farms around the nation.
Lesser quality.
It could be like, even the country, it could be like Canada, and then they marry it with New Hampshire, and then Vermont, and they mix all these different saps. Low quality sap is what they do. And then they bottle it and say it's pure maple syrup and slap it on, the shelves of grocery stores. So these you won't find, this you won't find at the grocery store. Thank you. He is drizzling the holiday ham. Y'all, let me tell you, you are looking for something to pep up your ham for the holidays, your turkey. This is the way to go. Don't do the brown sugar and the honey and all that stuff. All you need is maple syrup. So you can see an array of things that we have, okay? You can do martinis. This makes for excellent cocktails. What about in that Wakaya tea that you may have picked up earlier?
Put some syrup
we add
in it.
just a little bit of maple syrup in it in the mornings or in the afternoons. Again, low glycemic. What about candied bacon?
Yeah,
So good.
I've done that.
Chicken tenders, I'm gonna pour some over here. You wanna jazz up your chicken tenders, so I told my food stylist, I said, go to We have a local grocery store, Publix, popular. And I said, just pick up their cooked chicken tenders, because this is what I do on a busy weeknight. I pick up those nice and hot. I add some maple syrup, pop them in the oven for just a second, and it really makes for an incredible meal. Even appetizers, I kind of chop them up and pass them out.
By the way, 4-pack auto ship almost sold out.
Yeah, it's gonna go.
Yep.
And the reason for that is because this is hand harvested once a year. So we really put a lot of love into this.
He texted me, David, and he goes, it's the season.
It's the season.
It's the end of the year. We're late fall.
Now.
Yep.
So what this means is we tap our trees, okay? We tap them for right now to prepare for next spring when we're bottling, right? So right now, what's out, what we have is it until the spring. So we want you to get what you can. So that's why we offer the 4-pack. Everybody's on auto ship right now. Our auto ship customers, thank you so much for trusting us and loving it so much. But 4-pack, you've asked and we made it happen. Barrel aged, did we mention?
Yeah.
These are charred Hungarian oak barrels. So the flavor extraction's incredible. It takes months and months for this to process. It's not
and those
like
are rum barrels. They age rum in there.
they're rum, yeah. Hungarian charred oak rum barrels. Thank you for that catch.
Yep.
So it's the flavor of the rum is extracting in the maple syrup itself, in the sap rather.
Remember when I was a kid, and there were, you get a roll of Lifesavers, then there was all the different flavors, and then there was the one called butter rum. That's what it tastes like.
It does.
It tastes like a butter rum Lifesaver, only about 1,000 times better. This is liquid gold. If you love pancakes, I made, like I said, I'm doing this video tomorrow, and it's a pumpkin cheesecake. It's cream cheese, sour cream, sweetened condensed milk.
I'm gonna need your recipe. Well,
Cary and Maine butter, maple syrup, eggs, a little bit of flour. It's amazing, the flavor that it brings.
So good right now.
You just did that on sweet rolls.
I did. So this is our Christmas brunch, kind of like the pick-me-up where you have you've had your breakfast and then in between you have your coffee, your tea. What we do is we make a pecan pie or buy it at the store, add that maple syrup on top, slice it, and let me tell you, your guest will rave and rave and rave.
You know what I tell people to do too, and I, to my Facebook friends, I'm like, do yourself a favor.
Waffle.
When you get it home, do what we did. Pour a little in a glass and let it like it's wine.
Like it's wine.
You need to taste it so you can appreciate how much better it is when you put it on a pancake, or you put it on a Monte Cristo, or you put it on waffles, or you put it in a dessert.
Absolutely.
It is hands down. It is the olive oil. What Thea is, this is to maple syrup.
Great point.
It's exactly on the same level.
And I want to mention, this is from the original farm of George Cary. So we named it Cary in Maine. He is the original maple farmer from over 150 years ago. We are tapping those same exact trees from over 150 years ago. And the reason why it comes out amazing is, well, we haven't changed anything, right? It's the same trees, the same sap. That's our reverse osmosis process, of course, how we tap our trees. Back in the day, they had these little metal pieces that he would tap. He'd put a bucket down,
that's what we used to do.
And he would sit there like this and just wait and wait and wait.
You put your finger in there. It tastes like water.
It does.
It has no flavor.
Until you boil it.
You have to boil it and boil it and boil it. And remember,
it's an incredible process.
Shelf stable, single ingredient. I mean, you are helping people out when you buy this, including yourself.
If we're going into the apocalypse and I need something on my shelf to, this is it. I'm grabbing a few bottles.
And you know what's funny too is I would never buy any other maple syrup again.
Oh, I know.
It's ruined me.
I said I'm bougie now.
It's
I can't
ruined
go
me.
anywhere else.
I know, it's so good.
This is it.
All right.
Cheers to you.
You got anything else you gotta do?
No, that's it. I'm gonna have this baby.
You're amazing.
I'm doing a few days.
And I love your holiday
she loves this maple syrup.
dress. You're awesome.
Thank you. We are here for the season.
Blessings, good love. I love you too. You take care of yourself.
Yes, yes.
All right, we come back. We got the most amazing